Just getting it set up. Look at that, eh? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it straight around to the pool. Here we go. Here we go. Not there. Keep going. Keep going. Up a bit. Down a bit. So look at that, eh? It is cloudy, but not very much. It's a nice sunny day here in Spain. Temperatures today in the shade of 22. But I would imagine the pool is probably about 12, if that. Probably more like 10. But yeah, lovely and warm. There's no wind like last night when I oh, Colin, you're a top man. You made it in first. Well done. Everybody else top people. So let's whack it round yourself. So everybody's kicking in now, which is good to see. So just gonna just. I don't even need a jumper over there. I'll just come out the doctors, because today's question, funny enough, is about the doctors. That worked out pretty well, really, because I was to give you an update on the doctors here on Campusel. So, 22 in the shade, which is amazing. Still very warm. I would like to say, yeah, summer's coming, but I got a feeling temperature's gonna drop. It looks like next couple of days we got some rain, we got a bit of a storm coming in, so we have to see if that ever happens, because they say these things and then tomorrow we're supposed to have rain tomorrow, but it probably passed anyway. So market day here on campus. Now I didn't bother today because in the mornings now I've been letting my wife walk Bonnie and I just walk over to have a cup of coffee. But they did say to me, well, my wife said to me, she could see 3 stalls, but there's a possibility of a 4th one. So maybe things are picking up again. So I have to see next week, is it going to be 4 or 5 stalls? But anyway, be good if it is, because, you know, it'd be a shame to lose that market. And it, like I've always said, don't know what it is, but on a Thursday, it gets packed. So there's loads of people about, but not stalls. So any market traders watching, get over to Campusel. You've got a nice flat surface, nice tarmac area. Stick a stall. I think it costs like 20 euros, something like that. It doesn't cost a lot, apparently. I know you've got to pay 3 months in advance or something. But anyway, so market day here on Campusel. And I went to the doctors. And the question today is about the doctors. So that's pretty good. So I'll get straight into that. So this is from Barbara, and she was saying how easy it is to see the doctor in Spain, and is there English-speaking doctors, and what about the price of a prescription? Okay, quite a few little questions in there, isn't there? So you can, I mean, it is a little bit modern here now. I mean, I've actually got an app. It's hooked into the medical centre, so I can go on the app. I can book my appointment. And go down there, and when I see the receptionist, I think they've got a bloke there at the moment, you just show them the thing on the app, you show them your book, and you sit down, and you sit there. You can sit there for a couple of hours sometimes, because they have this bizarre, I think they open quite early. I think they open about 8 o'clock, something like that, to do blood tests and things like that, and I think they shut about 2ish, but about 10 o'clock, they're going to have a lunch break, or have a break for about 40 minutes, which is a bit annoying because they've now at long last got 3 doctors in there. They've got a couple of nurses, so it looks like all the rooms are full up again. Anyway, this is about our place, don't forget. Other regions might be totally different. The only thing I don't like about our system here, we don't get when you walk in, some places you walk in, they give you a ticket, don't they? And you got your ticket and they shout out the number, because not all of us can hear properly or can't pronounce the names correctly. So with a number, or they've got enough a number, they haven't got that here. You just book yourself in, you sit down, and you could sit there. I mean, I will tell you of for instance, last year, beginning of last year, I went in there, I was ill. I sat there for 2 hours. I booked myself in, I sat there for 2 hours. I was still not getting no joy. People coming in after me, going in to see the doctor. So I asked him, he's got a list, like a clipboard, with all the name. My name wasn't on there. Even though I booked myself in, my name wasn't on there. I went back to the receptionist and she said, you're going to have to rebook it. So I wasn't happy. So what I've done now, on Campusel, they got private doctors. So me and the wife, we pay €20 each a month. So if we got some cough or whatever, we can, and they speak English. So that cuts out the translation fee, because I'll come back to that in a moment. So they speak English, and they deal with you virtually straight away. So there's no hanging about. You just book your appointment and you get called at that time. So I hear, but I haven't tried it out yet. But that's what I've been hearing from other people. Hopefully it's even going to be better once that hospital opens up, which should be this month. We've got a new hospital on Campus 08. But what I will say is, because you're paying for it, they speak English, but once you get transferred to the main hospital, they won't speak English. Some of them might, but what it is, because obviously medical things, if you don't understand any of the medical terms, because obviously they want you to sign your life away when they're doing operations and that, so you have to have, if you can't speak Spanish very well, you have to have an interpreter. Now, I can't say that's going to be the same. This is what happens in this region, the Mercia region. When you go to the main hospital, if you can't speak much Spanish, you have to have an interpreter. I can't say that, I've heard other places like Malaga way, some of those places, they actually supply a free translator. That doesn't happen here, not in the Mercia region. So that's another thing you have to think about with your living costs. You know, if you can't speak. Funny enough, we was talking about it today. I was talking to a lady who's been there longer than me. She's been to loads of Spanish lessons. I'll be honest, guys, it's not, you know, I've had a couple of people, oh, you're being lazy, you should be speaking Spanish now. But when you don't need to speak Spanish, nobody speaks Spanish here. Oh, this is the problem when you're on an expat community. Even though we got Germans, Dutch and all those sort of people, we all speak English here. So when I go across the road, I get a cup of coffee, I go in the supermarket, it's all in English. So there's no need to speak Spanish. And because you don't have to speak Spanish here, it's difficult. I've known quite a few people that spent a lot of money learning Spanish. Okay, you pick up the odd phrase, you know, the sentence, which I've done really. But when it actually comes to speaking everyday Spanish, it's just not going to happen. Some people have, good, you know, well done on them. But the majority of people here find it very difficult because you're not speaking everyday language. And I bang on about it, my parents come to Spain, where they live, nobody could speak English. They had to speak Spanish, and they did like a month intensive. But all around them, they're all speaking Spanish, so they had to learn it. But here, because they don't speak really Spanish, they speak English. Even the Spanish people that live here speak English. So I get loads of people making little jibs at it about, you know, you've got to learn Spanish. It's not easy, guys. Anyway, going back to the doctors. So I went to the doctors this morning. Because of my palaver I had last time, I used Debbie Shaw. Now, Debbie Shaw, and there's many other interpreters on campus, so the ones that live outside. I paid €20, and she booked me in. I went in there. I think I was booked in for like 10 to 11. You know, you got to sit there for an hour. I was sat there for an hour. I went straight in. Funny enough, the doctor that I was appointed when I first got here, Maria Lopez, she's back. So I haven't seen her ever since I've been here. I've been here 7 years now. I've never seen her. So it was interesting to see my doctor. Anyway, she didn't speak. She'd speak some English, but not much. And I'm going to put a photograph up on my Facebook page because I heard other rumours. We got some new doctors, they speak English. Well, they don't, guys. There's signs on the doors. If you don't speak Spanish, you need an interpreter. So that's on the door. So that's the first thing. So if you're thinking about moving to Spain, yeah, learn your Spanish. But you're going to need to really learn it. Prescriptions. Right. Another thing I was having a chat with a lady about. Injections. You have to do it yourself. You go down, if you told you, so when I had my hip operation, I had to have an injection every day. It was to stop the blood clotting. I had to do it myself. I couldn't do it. My wife couldn't do it. Thankfully, we got a friend to do it. That's one of the bizarre things. Also, the lady was telling me she has some sort of vitamin deficiency, and she has to go down to the chemist once a month, pay for this stuff that they put into an injection, and then she goes and see the doctors. She gives it to the doctors. She said it only cost a couple of euros, and that's another good thing here. Some of the medication that you have here is really cheap. One thing I've learned, when you're in hospital, obviously if you come out from an operation, they're going to give you a load of stuff, and you're going to have to pay for it. But you can, I believe, you can claim that back if you go back to your pharmacy here. But like I said, it will differ in each region of Spain. In this region, it's different to other. Like I said, in some regions they actually give you a free translator, but in this region they don't. Which, you know, fair enough. So yeah, it's not like I think the prescription thing. It's not like the UK where you have a set price, isn't it? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't like a doctor, so I don't go in there much. I don't think there's such a thing as a set price. Obviously, if you're on some sort of what do you call it now? Diabetic. That's it. If you're diabetic, obviously you have to have medication or your inhaler. I think, you know, even that sort of stuff is a lot cheaper than it is in the UK. And I know some people that have come from the UK with their medication, and the doctors have thrown it away and saying, well, half this stuff that you've been prescribed, does it even, it's waste of time, and they give you their own brand, whatever. So it'd be interesting to see what you guys have got, you know, for those people that live in Spain or people that have been visiting Spain. Because I know, I can remember my daughter, she had chicken pox one time. She'd come out, we was on holiday, she had chicken pox. We went into the local pharmacy. The pharmacy there actually issued her with some droplets because they were near her eye. I think they cost like a couple of euros, which you wouldn't get normally back in the UK. Got to see a doctor. Here you can get a lot of things over the counter. So good question, Barbara, and pretty handy because I had to go to the doctors today. Anyway, for those who want to know the outcome of what's happening with me, the lady that said to me that I had to see the doctor, the doctors obviously asked me questions. So, you know, what's happened now, I've been referred to, obviously, the main eye hospital. They got one in, well, they got an eye department in Roselle in Cartagena. And they're going to get back to me. They're going to phone I've got an interpreter in Cartagena anyway. They're going to phone her to let her know if they think that I need, because like I said to her, I can see fine. I just get I get a soreness, I get Jansen's, I get like one of my eyes gets bloodshot. So we'll see what the outcome is, you know. So I just have to wait until what the hospital think. Do I need to go there for like a further examination? And also I'm waiting for my other appointment for my hip, because I'm still on the surgeon's list in Cartagena for my hip up until June. And I'm supposed to have an appointment. I'm waiting for that appointment to come through I'll have an x-ray, because it's been a bit sore lately. But other than that, I don't want to hack on it too much. It's all fine. So yeah, doctors, don't hate them. But obviously you've got to have them when you get old. So 22 today in the shade. I can't see the screen because the sun's on it, and what it does with my phone, it blacks it out. But anyway, guys, thank you much for popping in. I can't even see, to be honest, how many people watching me. I think it looks like 21, and I've got, looks like 16 likes. But, you know, hey, thank you very much. That's what I say. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Adios, amigos. Have a great day. So I might be in the rain tomorrow. And I can't see how to turn it off. Oh God. Oh, is that it? I think that's it.